Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a very Anna Griffin card with you. It's 5 by 7. It actually, it stands up like that. It looks like that when it's standing up. I didn't put a sentiment on it yet because I haven't decided what I'm going to use it for. And if you didn't use so much dimension, it would fold mostly flat. But I've got a lot of dimension foam tape between my layers, and I've got dimension on my florals, so it's very dimensional. But it's this really fun pop-up card, and I love it. So anyway, let me show you how it's made. So to start, I've got a sheet of paper that's 7 by 11, and it's just a sheet of white cardstock. It's fairly lightweight cardstock because I'm going to layer it up, and it's scored at 2.5. 4, yeah. So 2.5, 4, 7, 8.5. So you got two 2.5-inch panels, and then so 2.5 inches, 1.5 inches, and 3 inches. And then I cut some matte layers, for the 2.5 and the 3-inch panels. I'm gonna go like that. This cardstock is Anna Griffin cardstock. It's from a collection I have. It just says floral, so I don't know if that's the name of the, I mean, it's like a paper collection, so it's got, you know, like borders and double-sided papers and little pre-printed florals and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if that's, I'm assuming that's the name of the collection, but anyway. And I'm going to use that collection for this whole card. So I'm going to go ahead and layer these up. And you can see that this folds, because of the way that I scored it, it folds flat. And it comes together in the back, but it's going to stand this way. I did not mat these pieces. You can if you want, but they don't really show, so I didn't worry about it. I didn't want to waste the paper. And then to create our little pop out, this piece is 3 by 3, and it's scored at 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4, 1.5, 2 1/4. And then just fold it to create like this little tube. And we're gonna glue that right in here, and we're gonna put glue on, so if it looks like this, we're gonna put glue on this piece, and then put it in the center right in there. And then we'll push it down so that it glues in. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, so I've got 2 of them. I'm just going to set that to the side for a minute while so it can dry, but you can see kind of what I'm trying to get at. Now, to create my diamonds, let's start with the top one. Okay, so this is the largest die. So like, there's 6 of them. So this is the size 6 die, for instance. And then this, I skipped one, and then I picked the next one. And then I skipped one and picked the next one and cut a frame in each of the 2 cardstocks. And then I put some foam tape on it just to create some interest and some dimension, just like that. And that's going to be my center diamond. Okay, so let me. And then before I put that on, because this is going to mount right on the front of my card, and I'm going to put that on with some dimension as well. There we go. Okay. Now for our side triangles, I took the white card, or the white based cardstock, and this is the size 5 die. So if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's the next to the largest. So this was the largest. This is the next to the largest. And I cut it in half. I cut it and then I cut it in half. And then I cut a frame out of the pink using, let's see, those two. So the middle one, the third, and then 2 smaller, and then the very smallest. So 1 and 3. And I'm just going to put this again on foam tape like that. And these are going to go on each side of my card. So that's why I cut it in half, okay? Okay. So there's my 2 diamonds for the sides. Now these are going to mount on top of my pop-up. So I'm going to put some glue on this piece right here, and then I'm going to glue those on right up against that, like that, and so that it's even with these. Okay? Just like that. Okay? So let's get this open. We're going to put some glue on here. Put that in like that. And we want it to be square there. Now, if you don't want it to hang over the edge, just go a smaller size down for your triangle. I don't mind that. It'll be a little bit wider than 5, but I'm okay with that. There we go. Okay, now there's the base of my card. That's what my card looks like, and it folds, I mean, other than the dimensional foam, you know, on the triangles, it folds mostly flat. And now it's just about decorating. And so I'm just going to kind of stand it up, and I've got a bunch of the florals that came, like I said, I'm going to use that whole collection. And I just picked out some of the florals, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use the sentiment. I think it's meant for a scrapbook page, so I'm not sure I'm going to use that. I'll probably use something different. And I'm just going to put these on, you know, like this, and layer them on there. Okay. And there we go. It folds, I mean, it would fold flat if you used flat dimension or flat embellishments, but because I put so much dimension on that card, but oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And you could put extra, you know, things here if you wanted to, but I love it just like that. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you liked that.